All right, we are recording. I'm going to go live. What is she doing?
Playing with her food dish.
Oh my God, my cats are crazy. They get fed twice a day, but they still try to get food out of the automatic feeder that we have. They like bat it and tip it over, and they're nuts. So if you hear some ruckus over there, that's what that is. So awesome. Welcome, Warriors. So excited. I love seeing all your faces. Thursday is one of my favorite days now. Wednesday used to be, but now Thursday is. So super excited for this call about vision. We got some awesome people to hear from tonight. So I'm going to talk just a second about vision, because a lot of the times people actually tend to confuse a goal with vision. They're actually different things. And goals are like more short term, I think. They're more, they're measurable. Oh God, the cat. They're measurable. Goals can be long term as well, but like I said, they're measurable. They're more measurable. But a vision is actually seeing where you're headed over the next 5, 10, 20 years, what you want. It's basically, a vision isn't the art of, hey, Kelly, the art of seeing what is invisible. Like, that was a quote by, I don't even remember who it is, but I saw it in Rank Makers one day when Ray was doing his video. He said, there was someone that said, a vision is the art of seeing what is invisible. And that's so true, because nobody can see it. Only you can see it in your brain. So it's up to us to not only know what our vision is, but paint that picture for others that have an unwavering belief that it's going to happen if we just stay the course and do the income producing activities every single day without fail. People with visions don't care about failures. They just keep trucking no matter what, because a vision needs to be so strong that it pulls you through those low times. And they say, like, people with visions, they don't need to be pushed. I hear so many people on the team like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know why I'm not, doing what I need to do. Like, and people that, all these people, when we hold push groups and that type of thing, well, and 800 people from the team jump in this push group because they need to be pushed. Well, if you have a vision, if your vision is strong, if it's so clear in your mind, you shouldn't need to be pushed. You should just be able to think of that, and it will pull you. It will pull you to do what you need to do, those income producing activities. So you guys don't need push groups if you actually have vision. So that's all I want to say. I'm shutting up because we have some awesome people to talk tonight. So super excited to hear from Steve. You're first. I'm going to turn this phone on. So.
All right. I get to lead it off. That's awesome.
Guitar out.
Ew.
I said, get the guitar out.
Oh, get the guitar out, Shanda said already. All right. How you doing, everybody that don't know me? I'm Steve Kuskowich, and I'm been here I'm going to turn a year pretty soon in this company, actually. And my wife and I were the crazy ones that drove 8 hours to meet Derek and Sherry in person for the first time, which was awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We'll get into the visions deal. I'll touch real quick on the goals thing that Sherry said. Like, when I see visions and goals, your vision, like she says, your long-term effect, like what you really want long-term, and you look at your goals are those small steps that are going to get you there. Every time you hit that, you're that much closer to making your vision. That's what I see the difference in vision and goals. And we'll just go into, in mine, I'm a big sports guy. I still play a lot of softball, a lot of baseball. So I like to do a lot of my stuff in sports ways because it's easier for me. I'm a big wrestling fan. So my big vision right now is I truly see myself within another year or so standing on stage, telling my amazing story, my amazing journey that I've been on so far, from the last MLM company that most of you all came from to that fitness one. We won't mention their name. And I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to have a WWF championship belt around my waist or on my shoulder as I'm telling my story. that's going to be one of my top purchases, but that's the vision. I got to have the belt. It's just me. And let's see, what else do I got going here? You know, I also have a very strong vision that I want to build up more rapport. I want to become something like an Austin. I see myself walking into a room and everybody in the room knows who I am. And they turn around, they're like, whoa, holy crap, Steve just got here. I've seen it happen with Austin at the events all the time. He walks by and everybody's like, whoa, look at that. Like, it's Austin. And like, I want people to start coming up to me and introducing themselves to me if I don't know them. That's what I see myself doing. That's where I see myself in a few years. That's what I want to be. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. Like, I like people in general. So anybody that comes up and they're like, hey, I know you, like, that's awesome. You know, you just can't beat that. And I look at it a lot, like when I say I relate this to sports, I've managed to do this on every sports team I've ever played on. If I wasn't like the best player on the team or on the field, my name was known up there with the best players. So if you had to prepare for somebody, my name was on there. And that was a vision, a goal of mine in sports my entire life. That's my vision also in network marketing, is I need to do that too, because I've accomplished that everywhere except network marketing so far. And I think I've sat back long enough and I've like taken a lot of knowledge in, and I've watched a lot, because people don't realize that. But like when I'm in the events and everything, I kind of watch my surroundings a lot, and I see people watch a lot, and I see what's going on and I see everything. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's where I want to be. And like, that's why I use Austin. He's the number one guy. So if I'm not number one, I don't have to be number one. I'm okay with that. But I want to be up there with those people. And yeah, that's a strong thing. Like, I want to build a team. I want to start doing like calls like this with my own team and plug more of a team into a call like this. And see, do I have much else? No, I think that's what I had pretty much. But that's kind of the vision I see for myself at this point in time.
Awesome, Steve. Loved it, man. Yeah, and you know, when you came down, that just goes to show you, like, you guys took 8 hours to drive one way, you know, to meet with us and stuff. I mean, it just goes to show you that you just won't stop at anything, you or your wife, you know. And been spending time with you in New York also, and all of that. You know, I've seen a lot of people come and I've seen a lot of people go, and I know that you're going to make it work, you know, because the reason why I know that is not because I necessarily just want it for you or hope it for you, but because you obviously have that drive. You've had the same unwavering message since I met you, and I know that that's what it took for us, and that's what it has taken for every other leader I've ever met. That's why I know you're right on track for it. So awesome, man. Thank you so much for speaking with us. I really appreciate it. Thank
Awesome. Okay, Julie Lentz, you there? Julie? Oh, I saw her earlier.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
you. Yep.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
Julie.
Hey.
What's up?
So he took some of mine.
That's okay. Who cares?
So,
Yeah.
okay. So I've got a few similar ones. One of the things I remember when I was sitting in the audience in New York and I was watching Jen O'Keefe on stage, I remember thinking, I want to do that. I want to be there one day. And I remember saying it out loud. I think we were at dinner with Tina and Joe or something, and they said, where do you want to be, you know, ultimately? And I said, I want to speak on stage. I will not have a wrestling belt on, but that is definitely a big goal of mine, or vision, I should say. I also, very similarly, I remember walking into the wine tasting, and when I saw people like flock to Austin, everyone wanted their picture with the top 10. Everyone wanted, you know, to meet these people. And I was so green, like I was 2 months in. And then I remember when Trey, you know, popped up on stage and all the chatter in the audience and everyone was like, oh my gosh, you know, Trey's here. So just that leadership, obviously, that they have earned, rightfully so. that's where I envision myself, is a true leader that, you know, when you walk into the room, people know who you are. But it's not just because of, you know, what you've done, but I want it to be because of the people that I've helped, like the amount of people, the amount of lives that have changed on my team. So holding calls like this, having a big enough team that I'm actually giving value daily to my team and helping them grow their teams. I definitely envision, I want to be on stage for Master Seller, but not by myself. I want to be with team members. I want to lead all my team members to that big goal of theirs. And definitely want to, for me personally, I mean, I know this is like a big vision. I want to come home. So if you didn't catch my call last night, really quickly, I had a taste of what it's like to work from home and do this full time. And I knew it was going to be short-lived. I was between jobs unexpectedly, but I dove in and I fell in love with it. And then I got the call literally within days, we need you to start on Monday. So I started back at work on Monday, and literally I've been there 3 days, and I'm sitting in like budget meetings and marketing meetings, and my mind is like looking at my phone, wondering, has anyone messaged me back? Can I send any invites out under the table right now? Like I literally had my phone under the table and I'm like checking it. I'm not invested anymore into that world, but it is what it is. I have to be back in that world for now. Obviously I've only been with direct sellers for 4 months. I'm not where I want to be, but I had a small taste of what it's like to work from home. And now that I'm back in corporate America, I'm like, I want to work from home. So that honestly, like you were saying, Sherry, you don't need a push group if you have a vision. Well, I know what I want now. So every meeting I have to suffer through and pretend like I, you know, give a damn. It's one more step, you know, it pushes me to get up earlier. How can I work my business even harder now that I'm working? Versus, I mean, I think it's almost better. I think it's going to thrust me further, faster than if I was just staying at home. Now I know what I want, and so I have to work double time to get back home, because now I'm back at, you know, 40 hours a week. So that vision right there of coming home, bringing my husband home from his job, and, you know, being able to support ourselves without that, you know, 9 to 5 is definitely my big vision, because I just know my heart's not in it anymore, but it just happens to be where I need to be for now. So that definitely pushes me.
That's awesome. Yes, like I know exactly what you mean, because working from home, like, you know, I worked as a nurse for years and I did the same thing. I was like in between patients, or like after charting, I was like sneaking on the computer and like building my business while I was working. So I know exactly.
I know, and I don't want to be rude, because I just met people, and at lunchtime they're all talking, getting to know each other, and I'm like, I haven't told anybody I have a side business. I don't want it to like hurt me or hinder me. So I'm like, you know, sorry, I've got a lot of messages to catch up on, and I'm just like super antisocial, looking at my phone all the time, and they probably think I'm just scrolling Facebook, but I'm trying to just make the most of my time
Right.
while I work. So
they'll get it eventually when you find it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Julie, for sharing. Shayna and Dusty.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys, it's finally nice to see faces and hear voices all at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Okay, my name is Shauna, and a little bit about myself. I'm a licensed esthetician and nail tech. Been working in a salon, and recently, as of Monday. Monday, I quit. So my vision is to be financially independent and to inspire and help others to become financially independent. And this is like really so far out of my comfort zone. But one day I will be on stage and I will be there speaking, and I'll probably be knocking my knees and scared, but I'll be there and I'm going to do it. So
I'm the other half. My name's Dusty. I'm retired Air Force. This is more in my wheelhouse. I love doing this kind of thing.
that's why he's here.
I would like to speak a little bit on what Sherry said about goals and the difference between goals and vision. Goals, what I like to say, you have to have your goals to be SMART, meaning specific, measurable, achievable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. And our goals can change by the week, they can change by the month, but they have to be based on our vision, which I would equate our vision to, what's your dream? Where do you see yourself being years from now? And that vision may change a little bit, but your goals, your vision is what drives your goals. As long as your goals are taking you towards your vision, then you know you're on the right path. But maybe my goals have fallen short because of the holidays. Well, we can tweak our goals, but our vision is what sets our sails. It's what keeps our ship headed in the right direction. And our vision, like she said, is to be financially independent. And
But we want to be.
we want to grow a legacy team. We want to be a power couple.
Like you guys.
We want to walk into events and have people like Derek and Sherry and Joe and Tina and Austin say, ooh, there's Dusty and Shauna. They just got here. Let's go see those guys. That's where we want to be. But ultimately, we've been looking for a community like this for a long time. And the support that we've received already, I mean, you guys are so far up the chain from us, but you've been nothing but supportive and helpful in all the little baby steps that we've taken, the learning curve. But I mean, this is great. I mean, you know, we love it.
Awesome.
We absolutely love it.
And our upline has literally become our best friend, so she's awesome as well.
That is great.
We look forward to seeing everybody in Vegas too.
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I'm blushing a little bit. I got makeup on. You can't really tell. I love that. I love that you guys want to be a power couple. That's awesome. It's really, really helpful when your spouse is on board with you and they want, you know, they have the same vision basically that you do. They share that vision. And I mean, that's the same thing that happened to us. Like, you know, we shared that vision. So that's why, you know, we've been able to just take this.
I was in a network marketing company before, but it was makeup and skincare. So it was really hard for him to get, you know, involved in everything else. And
I tried,
he supported.
But it's amazing when you have somebody like me trying to ask a female, hey, what kind of lipstick do you wear? And now I'm going to end up on a milk carton or a post office wall because I'm a stalker.
Right. That's awesome. That's great. So you guys just found the right business and now it's time to go.
Yeah.
Love it. And you guys are doing awesome. I know you're doing like 50 invites a day. And it's craziness. So it's going to happen for you guys. So I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you.
We seem to have a recurring theme about people who want to be on stage and want to be recognized. That was a huge thing for me too when I first started network marketing. I'm like, I want to be up there and I want people to know who I am. So that's definitely a big goal of a lot of people. So I just had someone message me and tell me she couldn't make it to the call because she's stuck in traffic, but Sheena, is Sheena there?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Sheena.
Hey guys.
How are you?
All right, so bear with me because this is the very first time I am actually speaking on a call. So this was one of my goals and I've reached it thanks to Sherry. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so seeing how a lot of you guys don't know who I am going to just briefly Thank you, Steve. I am just going to briefly go ahead and just tell you a little bit about myself. So my name is Sheena, and I am a mother of 2 boys. I have a 6-year-old, and I have a 10-month-old as of tomorrow. So I'm very busy with them. I just recently moved from North Carolina to Tennessee, unfortunately, because I lost my home and I lost my car. So my kids and I had nowhere to go, and my dad couldn't handle it, so he came and picked us up, and now I'm here. So I'm starting fresh, and I'm loving it, and I feel like this is definitely where God needs me to be at the moment. So when I was first introduced to direct sellers, it was March 3rd when I joined of last year. So I am almost there for a whole entire year. And within this whole entire year, I have just pretty much like everybody else, my butt is going to be up on that stage. And I'm not stopping until I get there. I have struggled my whole entire life. I've worked multiple jobs and couldn't pay my bills. And, you know, I'm just, at this point, I am a stay-at-home mom since I did move here. And this is all I am doing. So unfortunately, you know, I do have to go back into the corporate world to get my feet physically back up on the ground, so I can have a better life for my kids and provide for them. But my main focus for the corporate world would just be cosmetology. That is my passion. I started school in the summer for it, and unfortunately I had to take some time off due to moving. So I'm in the search of doing that, so I'm excited. So congrats, Shauna, for all of those years. I was working at Salon Centric for 2 years, and I absolutely loved it, and that's when I was just like, this is my passion, and this is what I'm going to do. But I am a huge wine lover, and everything about this business, about the company, the support, the training, everything, like, I'm not leaving this company at all. So I'm sorry, but you guys are going to be stuck with me. So hopefully we have some fun along the way. I was in Mary Kay, and I was in It Works for a little while, and I literally stopped doing it after a month. I hated it. It did not have what I was looking for in a company until I was introduced to direct sellers, and I fell in love with it. Jennifer O'Keefe is my upline, and I absolutely adore her. She has helped me out tremendously. I personally spoke to Austin as well because his story is a little bit similar to mine. So, you know, I wanted to get his idea and, you know, just some support on how to build my network marketing career, because I'm lost. I'm new in it. I have no idea. Even now, I'm still learning, and here I am almost a year later. Sherry, we were on a call last week, and you were saying on how it takes, you know, 3 to 5 years for you to actually be successful. And since that call last week, I have pushed and pushed and pushed. And, you know, I did the 10-day branding, and that opened up my eyes a lot. You know, I am here to empower women to understand, like, they can be where they want to be in life easily. You just have to put the work into it. And I've realized that, because when I first signed up, I slacked. I mean, I spoke about it on a daily basis to people, and I would send invites here and there, but I didn't really work. I didn't do the training. So then once I finally did, within 2 months, I signed 3 people up back to back. So seeing those emails coming in for the promotions and stuff, that just, I mean, it just warmed my heart. I mean, this is what I want to do. I missed the New York trip, and I was devastated about that because I was moving to Tennessee that same weekend. And unfortunately, I did have to get my ticket reimbursed for Vegas. I cannot make it just because it's going to cost me way too much money to even get there. But it's okay, because there's going to be more. And hopefully by that time, I will already be master seller, because that is my first priority. Hopefully I can reach that by June, the latest. If sooner, hey, more the power to me. I actually have a call tomorrow with a prospect, and I have a lady signing up on Saturday. So it's getting there. I'm just sticking to it. I'm being strong. My vision is, like I said, and like everybody else said, be up on that stage, be that person that when you walk through that door, like everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's so and so, and they want to take pictures with you, and it's not really even like the celebrity feel, but it's more of like people are watching you and they're looking up to you, and they come to you for the advice. And, that just makes me feel good to be that leader that people can look up to and go to on an almost daily basis. So my main thing is once I hit that, because I will, I want to retire my dad, because he has busted his behind for me for many, many years, and he works his tail off, and I know he's tired, and I know he just wants to be out in the woods and hunting, and I want him to be able to enjoy that. So that is my vision for tonight.
Awesome. Wow, you are a natural at this.
I'm shaking though.
The first time you've ever spoke on a team call and you just nailed it. Like completely.
Thank you. See what happens when you listen to every single one, pretty much.
Yeah, you don't even look nervous to me at all. So that was tears in my eyes. That's awesome.
Thank you.
It sucks that you lost your house and lost your car, but it is great that our opportunity is going to help you out of that situation. And I love that you reached out to
Yes,
Austin.
it is.
And isn't that great that the top earner in the company is willing to help? Was willing to.
It really is.
Like that alone is amazing.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I mean, we're really blessed here in our leadership, and awesome. Anything else?
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
I don't know if Deborah Lynn is on or not. I didn't see that. Deborah Lynn, are you on? I don't think she is.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, great.
I don't know why my title says the one and only Deborah
Yeah,
Lynn.
this is the one and only. That's what threw me off.
That's me.
Okay. Awesome. Let's hear it, girl.
So, hi everybody. I guess I'm just listening to everybody, and I have a lot of the same goals or the same visions, basically. The only difference that I would say is that my vision is to be on stage, but my vision, one with direct sellers, is to get that financial freedom to leave. I am a director of a company, corporate America, which I just had a baby. So she's 6 months old. And just a little side note of envisioning, I used to dance. I have a 21-year-old, so I'm going to be a grandmother this summer. But I used to dance around with a pillow in my dress, wondering if I was ever going to have another baby. And then last year, all of a sudden, after 21 years, I got pregnant. I don't know how it happened. It just talk about envisioning something and pretending like it actually happened. It happened.
Wow.
So I went back to corporate America, and I actually don't mind being back in corporate America right now, because with a 6 month, I can go in an hour early and send out my 10 or 20 messages and nobody's bothering me. So I do like the fact that I have somewhere to go and get that done, because you just get so busy with a baby. So I really like that aspect. So one of my visions when I started a year ago, when I got laid off with my last company and I was pregnant, they laid me off 1 year before my tenure, 1 day before my tenure, with all my benefits and everything. So I was like, I'm never going to let this happen again. And my husband took over everything. So I really went and hit the ground running with direct sellers. I recruited and I did well. The only thing is what I realized was everybody fizzled out. And I don't know if it was because I knew them personally, or none of them were strangers. They were everybody I knew. And they constantly wanted me to hold them accountable for what they were doing. But at the time, I didn't have time to babysit everybody. Unfortunately, it felt like it was starting to be a babysitting job. Mm-hmm. So I kind of, had the baby and kind of fell off, and then I restarted again. So my vision, yes, I do want to be on stage, but for a little bit different reasons. I like the idea of being on stage and being a top earner with direct sellers, but I really like the idea of being financially free. And my vision is to speak. Sherry, I don't know if you remember, I shared my story with you, and I had you read it, saying that Derek's story inspired me to write about my own story. Mm-hmm. And so my vision is actually to be on stage helping victims who have been abused, that they can have a better life. So it is being on stage, but it's something different. That if somebody can survive the abuse and make something of themselves, then we can make a difference. And my other vision is really to empower women. And I can say this because I know Direct Sellers is pretty open, especially you, Sherry, is I would really like for women to have more orgasms and more smiles. And I just love empowering women in their own skin, their sexiness, and just really empowering themselves and loving their own skin that they live in. And that always helps with a nice glass of wine. So that's basically my vision, you know, and my husband in the last week was like, where are you at with that? And he really held me accountable for, you know, you got off track, you had a baby, but now let's get back on track. And I'm glad that you guys invited me to this call, and yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Well, I love that vision. I like orgasm. Did I just say that out loud?
I don't really know anybody who doesn't.
Right? So yeah, that's horrible. Like, that's the thing about the corporate world. Like, people feel like they're safe in the corporate world, and you know, they're relying on that income, and they're relying on that tenure / pension /
Just
whatever.
like today with Sam's Club.
Yeah, and they're relying on that, and you can say that in a minute. But it can be taken from you in an instant without even like
Today,
Sam's Club.
Sam's Club, they closed down like, I don't know,
A lot.
tons of stores, and like 11,000 people are losing their jobs. A lot of them closed down today without any warning.
Zero warning.
Employees had
They
no
just
warning.
shut the doors.
And
Wow.
then
Zero.
Yeah, I lost all my medical benefits, and I'm like, I'm 7 months pregnant. How am I supposed to get insurance?
right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
just like
I mean,
that.
they consider it a pre-existing condition at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really crappy. So I mean, you can lose your job at the drop of a hat and lose everything. And you know, you're not safe in the corporate world. You have to have a plan B, no matter
Right.
what. So.
And I love that about your story, because, you know, I say that all the time with my story, is that it doesn't matter what your past was, you know, no matter how bad it was, you can always rewrite your story with network marketing, especially. I mean, I guess that's true to an extent in anything, but especially with network marketing, because it does not matter. The only thing that matters is performance. You know,
Right.
if you perform, you get paid. It's just irrelevant what has happened before, and I love that. So people need to hear about that more and more.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Actually, I think we have time for one more. If Leanne, I see you're on the call. Did you want to share it all? I know you said that you would if you had time. Are you there? Leanne?
She raised her hand.
You raised your hand. You got to unmute yourself, dear. I think she's trying to unmute.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm here. Am I straight?
Yep.
Okay.
I can't see you, but it's okay. I can see your name. If you can turn the video.
Okay.
If you can figure out how to turn the video on, that's fine. If not, you don't need to.
I feel like an idiot.
It's a
Okay.
learning curve.
Oh, there. Do you see me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Okay, so it's kind of funny that this is going on today, because I was on my way to work, a job that I actually really, really dislike. And I'm on my way, and there's traffic, and it's raining, and it's miserable. And I just thought, this isn't living. This is not the life that I want. And it's my fault that I haven't gotten to where I want to be, because I have not, I work the business, but not as consistently as I should. So my vision for this year is to, yes, be on stage, and yes, have people recognize who Chad and I are. but I'm currently off Facebook and working everything behind the scenes so that when I do come out later this month, I will have a brand new brand that I'm working on with Kelly Fox that is going to tell my story of empowering women, being strong, being free. That means financially free, free from, I mean, I just turned 50, so I feel like I can speak to a lot of people. So that's my vision for my brand. But of course, financial freedom with our company, it's going to be a no-brainer. So that's where I see what I'm doing in the business. That's where I see it going.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. You didn't tell me you were coming up with a new brand and stuff.
Yeah, I am. Kelly Fox is a freaking genius. I've been working with her, and yeah, I mean, pointers and everything. If you want to chat about that ever, I can. Kelly is obviously awesome, but if you don't want to pay for that, I'll talk to you about it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Very, very cool, and I'm very excited about it. But I'm only doing that. I don't do it for any other reason but the fact that I want to grow this particular business.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just rank makers and Kelly helping me to brand. That's where I'm going.
Awesome.
So
yeah. The vision of the company too. Like, I mean, we're not going anywhere. And sometimes like during low points, and every company goes through the dips and the ebbs and flows and stuff like that. So it's up to us to keep the vision of where we think the company is going. And that was last week's call.
Right.
We talked a little bit about that, but we can see, like, we know where this company is going. We see it. And we have that unwavering, commitment. We see it. We know that's what's going to happen. And so you just keep going. You just keep going through this, all the ebbs and flows. So we're all going to make it. Yes, Sheena, we are. And it's so exciting that they're coming out with, a lot of new retail and all that stuff. We're just a very baby company. So, all companies go through a little bit of, they go up and then they go down, and like, I don't even know. There's actually a book about network marketing companies and what their growth charts look like. It's literally like a roller coaster. Right? So we're just on the down. We're going to be going right back up. So like, we know it, we see it, and it's our job to help you guys see that. So hopefully we, did a good job of that last week, and hopefully the stories from you guys and where you think you're going, which is amazing. I had tears in my eyes twice during this call, so awesome. I don't know, does anybody else out there want to share real quick? If not, we'll just go ahead and end it, and
I can.
Okay.
Mine will be short. I don't want to be on stage.
Oh, no, you're fine. So you don't need the limelight.
Yeah. Sorry.
I thought that was something in the background of me, but I do not like the spotlight at all. So everyone can have all that, and I'll just hang out and drink wine. My big vision is to bring my husband home. I've stayed home mainly for the past 4 years, worked a few part-time jobs, but we have a 4-year-old, and our big thing was him not being in daycare. We're going to homeschool him. So I didn't want him. I was raised in daycare, like 55 hours a week. And so I knew right away when we were having kids, I did not want to do that. And so we have income-wise sacrificed down to 1. And so my big thing is to bring him home from work. And my goal is to have that done by the end of 2019. So I'm pushing. I would love it to be sooner than that, but I'm still so new to the whole industry. So, but I want to, kind of like you guys said, empowering women, but more men and women, just showing people that working 40 hours a week for 40 years does not have to be the way of life. I grew up in a really tiny town in southern Iowa, farming, and people work their entire lives away. Like, farmers are working literally until they die, and then their kids take over the farm and do the same thing. And so I want to show people you can have, you know, the country life and the small town life, but you don't have to work your life away for someone else or just on a farm, you know, making very minimal. And we want to travel and just show people that there is a different way to life than, I mean, and you can do it with wine of all things. It doesn't have to be makeup or fitness. You just get to enjoy wine and hang out with cool people, and it's possible. And I feel like everyone that I'm surrounded, like our life, our family, our friends, no one really has that idea. That seed isn't planted in their head. It's never been planted. And so I just want to talk to as many people that we know that we can show them there's a different way to life. Like, I don't know if any of you know anything about Iowa, but it's very boring, and it's very, everyone is the same. Every generation is the same. And so we want to like switch that up. And yeah, I want to have a big, huge farmhouse and a barn and a pond and 4-wheelers and invite everyone over and
awesome.
Not be on stage.
Sounds like you'd love Joe Gonzalez and Tina Gonzalez's house. They have a pond and 4-wheelers,
Gun
and
range.
a huge, like 40, I don't even know how many acres. He's got so much land.
That's awesome.
Crazy. So yeah, they have that. So that's awesome. Cool. Anybody else?
I'd like to say something real quick if I could.
Okay, sure. I love this.
Just for everybody who wants to be up on that stage, it's really scary being up on that stage and having been up there, but I would like to be up on the stage for something that I earned other than just having my name pulled out of a barrel.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
It was cool. It was very cool. It was definitely the most selfies I've ever had in one night and all that stuff. But I'm also one who doesn't really like the limelight, so it was a weird night for me.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people jealous of you that night too. Oh, darn it. For those of you who don't know, Pam won the Mercedes in New York, so that's what she's talking about.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun driving that car around. So all you people who have qualified for the car program, I highly recommend the Mercedes.
Yeah, that's been on my dream and vision board for I don't even know how many years, 5 years. And
hopefully next week we go pick it out.
Finally coming true, so that's exciting. see what visions do. Goals.
You might want to get like an SUV type or something.
Yeah.
Because being tall, climbing down into that car, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have chosen that particular car.
I can do it. I'm doing squats now. I'm working out again, so it'll be okay.
It's okay as long as you can open the door up wide, but when you're in tight spots where you got to shimmy between the door,
True.
a little tougher.
Okay, cool. Okay, anybody else? All right.
Hey, Sherry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to leave everybody with this thought. We live in the richest nation in the world, yet 95% of Americans will work beyond the age of 70.
Yeah.
Because they are not financially educated.
That's horrible.
And I think with the opportunity that we have, it's not only our responsibility to educate them because we have a great product and we have a great company, but we have to make people realize that working for a wage is only going to make your boss wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
It is never going to make you wealthy, and it's never going to get you to reach your goals. And what we do and what we can do and our opportunity is what's going to make people actually be able to fulfill their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know everybody when they're young, they have this big stack of what they want versus what they can pay for. And then as they get into life, the pile of what they want shrinks because what they can pay for shrinks.
Yeah.
And the opportunity that we have can make it to where you don't have to shrink this pile over here.
Exactly.
You can have everything that you want and you can give to others
Mm-hmm.
and show them how to have a better life.
Exactly. You need to start doing a lot more live videos because you're natural.
Yeah.
You're natural at speaking. Like I would absolutely watch you live. Like you definitely need to start doing that. Awesome. All right, guys, it's getting late, so it's been like over 45 minutes now. So, all right, this was great, you guys. I really enjoyed hearing all these visions of where you think you're going and where you are going and all that stuff. So I will see you. I'm not sure what the team call topic next week's going to be yet. I'll figure it out. I'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Night.